All right, B, what is your advice for someone who wants to leave their 9 to 5 but is scared to take the leap?
I can relate to that. If somebody wants to leave their 9 to 5, but they're afraid to take the leap, I could relate to that. I remember when I had a 9 to 5, I worked for a company, a personal training company inside of an LA Fitness. And I was like, ooh, shoot, I am a personal trainer and I get paid hourly. Plus, when I sell personal training programs, I also get a commission. This is good income. I was making about $100,000 a year. This is back in 2000, 2000, because I was getting a hourly plus a commission off the sales that I made. But I was like, man, I think I want to open up my own gym. I think I want to do my own thing. And so I talked to one of my mentors, my first mentor, Jim Franco, who was also a personal training client of mine. And I was like, hey, I'm starting to save up money and I think I'm going to get a loan and I'm going to start my own personal training studio and I'm going to cold turkey this thing and leave. He's like, and I told him how afraid I was. Like, what if it doesn't work out? He goes, have you considered maybe phasing into entrepreneurship? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, what if you were to build out your gym during the hours that you're not working, because you're not working all the time. You can build it out on weekends. You can do it in the evenings or in the mornings because you can adjust your personal training schedule here at LA Fitness. And if you're willing to do that, you're going to have to work harder now, have a job and build out a business. Yeah. But as your business starts making more money, maybe you're going to hire a couple of personal trainers to work in your business since you won't be there all the time. But as that starts making more money and it gives you more confidence, then you can slowly phase out of this, go from full-time at LA Fitness to part-time to no time and go all in on your gym. And that's exactly what I did. And then I opened up my second and third and fourth personal training gym, and that later got sold. And that was my first experience of like building and selling a company. And so I think when people just go black and white, like, all right, I want to be an entrepreneur. I hate my boss. I want to have, financial freedom and like life experiences. And I want to talk about it on social media. So fuck this. I'm leaving and I'm going. Listen, in a perfect world, we'd flip the switch, and I'm all about flipping the switch, all about it. But the reality is, if you have a family, if you have bills to pay, you've got a mortgage or rent, you've got expenses in life, and you're maybe a little bit unsure because you don't have the track record yet, right? Like for me, starting Fit Body Bootcamp was scary. But as I built that into a $100 million empire, starting True Lean Supplements was easy. Starting my coaching and consulting business, easy. Because once you have one win, you go, oh, I know what it's like. I can rinse and repeat this thing, right? And so phase out. It's like a dimmer switch instead of a light switch. Phase out, and when your income from your business is starting to meet the income from your job, then you could turn off that switch and go all in on your business and scale it even bigger. Guys, quick interruption to the Bedros Keuilian Show. If you want better health, more energy, you want to fight off inflammation, and you want to boost your immune system, then you are probably taking a lot of supplements like I used to. I say used to because I stopped taking all these different supplements, and you can now throw away your vitamin C, throw away your zinc, throw away your vitamin D3, your B12, your ginger, your turmeric, your echinacea, and your astragalus. Why? Because all of it now is available in the True Lean Everyday Wellness packets. So instead of spending $200 to $300 a month on supplements like that, for a fraction of that, you're going to get the True Lean Wellness Shot delivered right to your door for free shipping. And you're going to use the code BEDROS when you go to TrueLean.com to get 50% off, and $1 of every single order goes to Shriners Children's Hospital. So go to TrueLean.com, use code BEDROS, and order your 30-day supply of the True Lean Everyday Wellness Shot. Now back to the show.
Yeah. Do you think any of it has to do with delayed gratification and feeling like you need to have it right now? Like I feel like I think a lot of why businesses fail in the beginning is because they feel like it has to work immediately, and if it doesn't, then this isn't for me. I wasn't meant to be an entrepreneur. This was a stupid business idea. They get a couple crazy comments online, and it makes them doubt everything, but it's because it didn't work automatically. Do you think that has anything to do with it, or? That
has a lot to do with it, because again, it creates self-doubt, right? Because so you test the waters by creating a social media account. Maybe you have a YouTube channel and a Instagram account, and you kind of start posting about the business or the service that you're going to offer, and someone's like, oh, you spelled da-da-da wrong, you spelled whatever incorrectly, which happens to me every third post that I put up, right? Oh, you spelled that wrong. Or, hey, no, that's not true, this is how things are, because everyone on the internet is a fucking expert anyway, right? And so you see that and you're like, uh-oh, I don't want to deal with more of this. Hate, rejection, adversity. It's safer to stay in this job. And so they start having self-doubt issues. The reality is you need that adversity. You need that adversity because it's what you're going to grow through. When you start getting hate comments and people telling you that you didn't pronunciate something correctly or you misspelled something in your captions,
They're going to get you on that word too.
they're going to totally, oh, you foreigner, you can't even pronunciate. Well, fuck you too, friend. As long as you're getting value and it's free, the price is right. But in reality, man, and by the way, leave all the comments you want, all the hate comments you want about my lisp, about my fat thumb, about the way I speak and spell. I don't give a fuck because I just want to serve you, because I love you, because I care for you. And even if you want to talk shit, be my guest. It doesn't faze me because I've got a thick skin.
Yeah.
Over the last 20 years on the interwebs, I've built and sold companies. I've done what they haven't done. And I continue to rinse and repeat that. I've got a lifestyle that less than 1% of the world's population have. I've got the experiences that if people knew the types of experiences that I've had, they'd be like, holy shit, that kind of life exists. And so I don't need to justify my existence. And if I flambe on a word, I'm not going to be like, hey, Ed, let's retake that. I don't give a shit. Did you get the message? Did you get the crux of what I'm trying to communicate? Then we're good enough. So anyway, all this to say that self-belief is massively important. Self-belief is a byproduct of launching, getting hate, dealing with the adversity, developing a thick skin. When you start making enough money, you leave that job and go all in on your career and know that it's going to take longer than you thought. So you will be pleasantly surprised when it comes sooner than you expected. It will take longer than you thought, and you will be pleasantly surprised when it comes sooner than you expected. Most people do the opposite. They want it now. It didn't work out in 3 months. I had it all planned out that it was going to work out in 3 months. Video number 4 and video number 9 was going to go viral. Right. Those two were going to get me all these new eyeballs. Then I was going to make an offer in my stories, and half of those people who saw that offer were going to respond. Half of them were going to buy, and if they bought at a price of $2,000 each, I would have made $300,000. Guess what, motherfucker? It doesn't work that way, right? If it did, I would have been a billionaire by now instead of just a multimillionaire. So understand it'll take longer, and so be pleasantly surprised when it comes sooner than you expect, and just phase yourself into entrepreneurship. Get the battle scars like the rest of us have, and a decade later, you'll go look back and you'll give some other young person that advice as well.